What up, Twitch? It's Wednesday night. I'm here with the Poo2 crew. We're ready to play some D&D. It has been a bunch of shenanigans back and forth already. This crew is amped up. We're in a goofy mood, just talking about random crud. So this should promise to be a fun, entertaining night for you. I don't know if we'll get a lot of D&D done, but hey, it'll be fun to watch. So that's good for the views. As always, you can find Pew to ASU on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the places here on Twitch. We also have a merch store. We also are on Discord. We also have a Patreon. Check us out on all those things. I'm here with the Poo2 crew, and they are all in attendance. I usually like to kick off the stream with a question that gets conversation rolling. The first question I proposed to the group was, what were they playing? The next week I asked, what are they watching? And so we get some good conversations going when I do my personal check-ins around the table. So my next question is, what are you eating? Now, folks, Poo2 crew, I want you to interpret that however you want. Okay? So if you're craving a certain type of cuisine, or if you're craving a certain chain of restaurant, or you can just tell me randomly what you most recently ate that was a full meal. You can. Okay? So let's start with Leadbet. How are you, Leadbet?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm good, man. If you haven't, folks, Game Observatory video just dropped like a week or so ago. Check it out.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's super good.
If I may say so. Thank you, Alex. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's his name. His name is the name. It's great.
I was super creative, apparently, when I came up with that name. I was like, well, this makes
We're all
sense.
like,
I couldn't.
nonchalant.
I keep forgetting to use people's handles because I'm not good at this. So
You're not from here.
I'm not from here.
We don't take it super seriously.
Okay, good.
We're just trying to build a brand, you know.
I just want to protect everyone's identity. I don't want to, I'm not trying to dox anybody tonight.
Yeah. I'm not trying to do any face reveals.
Not tonight.
Or detoxes.
Is that a thing too?
I don't know.
Is that happening right now?
I'm not on Mountain Dew tonight. I'm on Mellow Yellow, so that's kind of a detox.
Yeah, that sounds.
I feel like if they knew I was
Mountain Dew
from
adjacent,
they might judge me.
Sure. If everyone knew I was
We'll just keep it on
that.
that.
Greg, I'm concerned about your Mellow Yellow.
It's got that citrus flavor. It
not
has. Have you guys seen? What's that movie with not Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson? Idiocracy. It's got what plants crave, but it's got what plants crave. But it's got what Poo2 craves.
I remember when Mellow Yellow was like the only energy drink, or at least like socially the only energy drink, and then, but like it was still sold like a soda. And so people just drink nasty amounts of Mellow Yellow.
Oh, I used to drink Volt. Do you remember Volt?
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Or Surge.
Mm-hmm.
Surge is like.
I never did Surge.
They still have Surge at Burger King. Check it out, folks.
Dang.
Volt is the reason I won't ever see my 50s. Like, I'm convinced I did so much damage.
I drink so much.
That red one.
Ooh.
Oh, that was the best one.
That is.
Alex, I just realized that your handle is Alex.
I saw
you are welcome.
So easy.
A diagram of energy drinks compared to the number of cupcakes within the energy drink.
Yeah.
It was insane. It was like Full Throttle had like 15 cupcakes in it. It was like a big, pile of cupcakes.
I love Full Throttle.
Yeah.
So what was the lowest?
15 cupcakes.
What was the lowest climate change?
I don't know. I think Red Bull was one of the lower ones.
The most healthy, wouldn't you know it? That's crazy.
I've seen the fewest cupcakes. I wouldn't use words like healthy.
Hello.
Yeah. You're still talking like 8 or 9 cupcakes.
That's
Honestly,
an inordinate number
a standard
of
American serving of cupcakes. Yeah.
This is America.
It's breakfast. So what am I eating? I'm eating a lot of things always. I love food. I just had a really good sushi the other day.
Nice.
Let me tell you the grossest, most indulgent thing I like to eat on occasion, though.
Please tell me. Tell the world.
I love like fast food fried fish and chips. Like anything that's like Long John Silver's or Captain D's. I mean, like, load me up with that. Give me extra little fried crackling pieces you can get at the bottom of your plate. I will pour so much malt vinegar, you would be repulsed by me. Like, repulsed by me.
So it's interesting.
I
I'm going to cut in here real quick, Ledbet. This has held up since 2015 when I met the guy. He's still. It was always like, where are we going to eat? There was a lot of places to eat around where we worked, and he was like, Captain D's, guys, and we're like, what? And it's like every time.
Like startling and kind of like worrying.
Yeah, we were like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know what it is. I love it though.
That's great.
So that's what I'm eating.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you sharing. And what are you playing for tonight's gamey game?
So I play Gregor, who is really just married to the idea of making as much money for as little effort as possible.
Nice.
But he's also got a sordid past. I think that's the right use of that word. I hope that implies like shady and not sexual.
No,
This is what I get for using words that I don't fully know the meaning.
I heard hustler
Right.
with trauma is what I heard. So respect.
Yeah, like he made a deal with maybe a certain kind of powerful entity. So there's a lot of layers there. Gregor's got a lot of layers.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. I would be remiss if I don't pause quick and acknowledge all of the subscription action that has happened since we've started rolling. First off, Climate Change, thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate you. You too can use your subscription renewal for your Amazon Prime account. You can support one streamer of your choice once a month. Let that be Putu. And I appreciate your subscription, Climate Change. Also, Alex, he's hot on the subscriptions tonight as well, gifting one to PS Zombie, one to Acme Pinball. So thank you, Alex, for being a good supporter of the stream, and Acme Pinball and PS Zombie. Thank you all for watching and following what we do here. So that is the shout-outs. I feel like I have a Twitter shout-out I want to do real quick while I'm thinking of it. Yes, Carol Simpson. Appreciate the like on the tweet for our posts. Let's go to Climate Change. What are you eating?
All right, so to expand on this weird things you eat, I sometimes eat kimchi, just like the big bottles of as you can get at Costco kimchi. Anyway, so but I've had Chick-fil-A twice today. So
twice? Wait, twice?
Shame, but that's what I
like 2 full meals.
Yeah. It's not. Do not
lunch
this
and
man.
dinner.
He is a champion.
He had the Lord's Decadent Chicken twice.
You had the number 1 twice?
Yep.
Which is just the number 2.
I think of that Spider-Man meme where they're like, "Careful, he's a hero."
He's a hero.
That's awesome.
But,
yeah, because I will be, not long for this world doing that.
You think you could probably do worse, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
not like you're eating McDoubles or something. At least it was once an animal.
There's nothing wrong with the McDoubles.
Yeah.
I have eaten McDoubles 14
It's just
times
one
today.
type of animal. So.
McDoubles are delicious, but I'm quite sure they're probably one of the worst things you can eat.
No, that's fair.
Don't quote me on that, but
And a McChicken with nuggets. That's a meal. And it's a cheap
Yeah,
one
it is a meal.
because it's
Oh,
off
that's
the
true.
dollar menu.
Getting a 10-piece nugget with a McDouble, that's the secret.
Mm-hmm. We used to do a 40 count in college. We'd split it down the middle. I always got a little bit more than my half, but it was always fun. You get they give you the big old bucket.
Oh, real.
So,
So good.
the dream.
Cool. Well, Climate Changer, what are you playing in our gamey game that we're playing?
I am one layer one-layered character who's pretty. He's either really dumb or really smart. He's a troll that's been that's infected with some sort of magical properties that turned him into a barbarian mage. So his name is Trundle.
Nice. What? Thank you, Climate Changer. What are you eating, PS Zombie?
So I would say, I don't know if I have a strange. I probably have strange indulgences that are like not even worth mentioning. I'll keep them secret for now. It's far too long. But I'll say that my recent trend is I've been really into mellow mushroom. There's one like walking distance from school, and I have like the perfect break between classes on Tuesday, Thursdays, that I can go there and like slam 3 or 4 beers and have pizza, and then go into class, feeling nice. So
there you go.
That's awesome.
It's the power of learning,
That's
folks.
been my recent trend.
What's your pizza go-to?
I'm very talkative in that class.
Nice.
Yeah, it's making me more creative.
No, I go for, they have one called like holy shiitake. It's I guess grilled onions and mushrooms.
Oh
and
yeah.
Oh, that's my
Yeah,
favorite one.
that's a good one.
when I'm doing pizza, sometimes I don't really want like meat with it because it gets so heavy, especially when I have a day of classes to attend. So I like that one. It's a little lighter, but it's so tasty.
So,
That's cool.
And then in gaming, I am playing a ranger fella with guns and a pet dragon. I would say his motivations, probably primarily money as well. He is a sort of hero for hire type, but he's a little older. He's like in his 50s, so he's kind of more about loyalty and taking care of his own these days, but still money first, people second.
We have sort of a money-centric party.
dude,
Which is
yeah.
alright.
Well, we were hanging out in an alley looking to get hired.
Literally like mercenary for hire alley.
It was the quickest party assembly that's ever
True.
happened
right.
in
I
gaming.
think
Everybody
what I
was
literally-
so close to each other. It was great. And
Yes,
convenient
yes.
for me.
Yeah, like Craig, you talked to was it Trundle first?
Yeah.
And then literally you turn over and you're like, I'm expecting to like jump at least a few blocks, across this city. And I was like, I turned the corner from the Starbucks. After hearing what you said to Trundle.
Well, it was pretty convenient when we
Oh, wow,
played
convenient.
Climate Changers
It really
campaign
was.
as well, because we all woke up captured together. So that was kind of a nice one. We were a party right from the start.
Nice. That's awesome.
I was expecting to have to narrate the whole city, but everybody was like, everywhere you look, like you just like pop it out of like doorways, like come on.
Full
alley.
90s
Yeah.
doing my taxes, like, oh, an adventure? Sure.
I'm in. Yeah. That's it. All right, Alex, what are you eating?
My little dragon's like, have mercy.
Did I do that? Nice.
Wrong show.
What are you eating, Alex?
Head down, Pootu. Your headphones are green, so they're acting as a green screen. It looks like you have a hole in your head.
They are.
Oh, that's cool.
That's where the sponsorship money can go in.
Yeah.
Stick
We'll
it there.
just project your logo
Ching-ching
right
money
there.
hole. Sorry, that was.
My money hole.
Don't know how to follow that.
There's no proper way.
I
was just called a piggy bank on stream. It's fine.
What?
What? Nothing. What are you eating, Alex? Answer the question.
Sorry.
Alex, please.
I recently had a conversation with a friend of mine, and his whole thing, we would go and eat the most nasty or like outrageous fast food items, which is probably why I'm not even going to make it out of my 30s. But I will say the one thing that I have been craving lately, and I'm embarrassed to say it, the KFC Double Down. Because I've never for myself.
No,
and it has been too long.
I haven't had one of those in forever.
Food, I could not finish that. Like, I ate half of one when it first came out, and I was like, I can't do it.
It's brutal. It's brutal, but it is, oh man, it is nirvana.
The Double Down is one of my biggest regrets. I never ate one.
Oh, they still sell.
They do?
Do they?
I thought it was like a limited thing.
I thought they just sold them all the time.
I just assumed there would be.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I bet I could make my own Double Down.
Oh yeah.
2 sandwiches in one or something?
It's 2 meats as the bread.
Yep, so no bread, just more chicken.
Yeah, there's no bread. There's 2 fried chicken patties, and they put bacon and mayonnaise in the middle.
And cheese. And don't forget the cheese.
Oh, and cheese, excuse me.
Oh man,
See, for
I'm
me,
actually...
it wasn't like how heavy and fatty it was. I was fine with that. It was just like the chicken flavor. You know, like when you bite into like low quality chicken and there's just this chicken flavored water that floods your mouth.
Sure.
Yeah,
And it just tastes of
I
old
love that.
fast food chicken, and I was just like, I can't. Too much chicken flavor.
I've never been more hungry in my life than when you said chicken water.
Seriously, right now,
that is
you know how
chicken water.
You know, cheap chicken water just runs into your mouth, and I'm just like, yes.
Where are my car keys?
What's interesting
Switch to
is
mobile.
the use of the word chicken doesn't make it an insult. You know, dog water would kind of be like you're playing like dog water, but when you say chicken water, you just kind of get hungry and want to eat a double.
Yeah. Well, I think it does imply a certain level of like cookedness, which is like dog water sounds like you like picked up a bowl and off the floor and were like, I'm drinking this, you know.
Yeah.
That raises an interesting question because I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about going places where, you know, like there's a norm of eating certain types of dogs, and they were talking about whether they would or not. And like my first instinct was like, yeah, I totally would, no problem. But like some people are very, very morally opposed to the idea of eating a dog. But I'm like, if it's the normal where you are, like if you're in a place that eats dogs, I'll eat a dog.
I would do it, especially if I knew that like someone had prepared a meal for me, like personally, you know, like because like I'm not that guy. I'm like, yeah, I'll eat that. You know, of course, thank you for making a meal.
I've tried. Go, sorry.
I don't know if I would seek it out, but I don't have a moral quandary about that. Does that make sense? Like, I mean, like, I love dogs. Don't get me wrong. Everyone's like, you're a monster now, you know. But like, I mean, every animal is like it's such an arbitrary distinction between what is like a food animal and like what's a pet animal, and it's kind of it's all kind of messed up, you know. Like,
it's a I don't know if to some people this makes it better or worse, but it's a cattle breed of dog. It's not like it's a Yorkshire Terrier.
Sure.
It's
like
a dog that was
feasting on Lady and the Tramp. Just like
it's like an eating dog.
Oh no! You can go and order different breeds. Like I would love that husky burger, or like
some Chihuahua wings.
They're like, you know what? My neighbor has the most annoying Jack Russell Terrier, so just toss me one of those. Just throw one on the grill right now.
The cattle dog versus a Yorkshire Terrier. That was.
This is the conversation that's gonna like stay with us all forever, and I'm really sorry about it.
Yeah, because we're all gonna be canceled for talking about eating dog.
Yeah.
Just like those disturbing people. Like,
PETA is now in the chat, folks. We really need to watch what we're saying.
No.
And thanks, special shout out to today's sponsor, the ASPCA.
Eating dogs, folks. Where conversation drifted to. It was about as crazy and out of control at the beginning too. So before we went live, it's fine. It's all fine. Oh man, what was I gonna say? I tried wolf. Is that close enough? I feel like that's close.
What?
Yeah.
Where did you try wolf?
In our home state, man. I grew up on a farm. We did stuff. There's like neighbors across the street were like, "You will try this?" I was like, "What is it?" And they didn't tell me, and I was like, "Oh, this is nice." And because they had talked about, and I was thinking it was goat because they cooked goat earlier that day. They're like, "Here's something." I was like, "This goat kind of tastes weird." Just like, that's wolf. I was like, "What? What?" So. So it's a little gamey. If you're interested, see your local hillbilly out in the sticks,
Somebody just fight
and he'll give you that plus some moonshine that'll make you go blind.
Okay, I had to put myself on mute for a second. I'm just picturing you like standing on your front porch, being like, "Oh, this is different. What
This is weird."
Like falling out of your mouth, back out of the thing. Oh god,
We have fun.
what a great night.
We do. Alex, what are you playing in this game we're playing in?
So I am playing 6. They are I'm pulling up the sheet so I don't get this wrong. This has been a minute, folks.
It has.
They are Minotaur, so they are obviously human part on top, horse part on bottom. Kind of an adventure for hire, much like the rest of the guys. Mostly motivated by money, but also just kind of along for the adventure. And going out and exploring and seeing new parts of the world, allowing me to sample the different types of hay that they have, because while I am man, I am also still horse.
And,
so money and hay essentially are why I'm here.
And hay is not just for horses. So
Cows eat grass.
That is a thing.
Is a thing. Awesome. Thank you for sharing, sir. Okay. Anything else for the good of the order? I feel like I had something else, but it's left me now. Twitch, we are trying to close out our Arcane League of Dungeons campaign. So quick recap of what that is. We are going to be doing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We're using a model created by DM Dave. Check out DM Dave. He's got some great free resources. DM Dave has basically filled up my Google Drive where I'm almost out of space on my Google Drive because he's given me so many freaking modules to run. So I've taken one of those modules and I've reskinned it. Well, we reskinned it, we fit it inside of the League of Legends lore and the hit Netflix TV show Arcane. And we created this Arcane League of Dungeons. And that's what we've been playing in. The premise has been Jace, who is a character from the show and also from the lore, has commissioned a party to go investigate into the frozen north, a weird village. The party traveled up north to investigate. They got sucked into this weird pocket dimension cube where they're in a fully 6-sided dimension. Up is a floor, to the right is a floor, to the left is a floor. They are just in this weird alternate kind of dimension where it's a cube and they're inside the different segments of the cube. They've encountered some mages that are part of an order that is under an archmage. They extinguished the life of one and they chased the other. And she had led them to a archmage. Gregor had like a weird moment chasing the archmage, and then they ran into this big beast. The big beast is called a Hezru, and they fought the Hezru in a battle that was, how would you guys describe it? Touch and go would probably be the best way to put it. Yeah, touch and go a little put.
Devastating?
Devastating, yeah. What did you say, Climate?
Painful.
Painful. Good words, folks. I like the adjectives. That's kind of what happened, and that's where we are now. The team has sort of just slain this beast. They were riding that high, and we're excited, but someone just appeared off screen. And wouldn't you know it, it's the archmage of this whole place. And that is who is in front of them now. So let me get here onto the game here, folks. Here in a minute, I will ask you to do initiative, so just get your character sheet up and ready, but not quite yet. I just want to remind the folks at home who this individual is. If I can work my stuff. Show to the players.
What a weird name.
There he is. He's got a very ominous presence about him. Very powerful magic user. Long beard. Tall.
No mustache.
No mustache. It's sort of a mustache. No, you're right. No mustache. I didn't even notice that.
What a look.
If
What a
that's
look!
Like that's actually just the coolest neckbeard ever.
Did he rise up from in front of us? Or?
I know what you're doing,
Who's
Climate.
that?
I know what you're doing. No one else is catching on to your little cheat puns, but I know what you're doing. And I'm about to call you, and I'm about to announce who this is, and you all will be like, that's Climate Changer new. But let me get this off the screen and get into my character's voice. If you guys remember, the last thing that was said to you from this wizard, Archmage, was you should not have came here. He said that with a very booming voice. And his hands are raising up and crackling with magical energy, to which he announces, I am Rise, Archmage of this dimension, and you need to leave. And his presence gets a lot more domineering, and that is where we will start our combat. So yes, folks at home, the character's name is Rise, and Climate Changer has twice this stream in 2 different parts mentioned that subtly to you at home. But his name is Rise. He is a League of Legends character. Check it out.
Yeah, go back and rewatch.
Yeah, you can go back and rewatch Climate's first reference to that, and it was a.
He's not in Wild Rift, so I don't know.
That's true. What's interesting was the second I put it up there, Climate Changer knew exactly who it was. That's how in tune with the lore he is. He was just like, bam.
It's awesome.
In tune with the Lord.
In tune with the Lord.
The Lord. Okay, I'm going to put on my crazy music, which really will get things moving. I'm going to get people to roll here in a minute. Let me clear the turn order. It's so jazzy, too. It's like...
I thought some different music was going to come up.
So I've had the unfortunate situation where I haven't been able to listen to the soundtrack that you've so carefully chosen.
No! Why?
Because of how I'm streaming with everyone. Like, I'm coming at y'all from my laptop so you can see me, but I have Roll20 pulled up on my desktop so that I can see it. And so every time you guys describe the music or like hum it out loud, I just get the wildest impressions of what y'all are hearing. You were like, Rise just enters the room and that's kind of
circus, circus afro.
Oh,
That's
sure,
awesome.
okay, sure.
Yep.
So I just know that that's what's
I
living.
aged it, yeah.
Cool, rad. All right, I'm here for it. I can hear it keenly in my mind's ear.
Yeah, imagine like I don't know. You're doing a boss
let's
battle
all
in a
make the
3D
noises
Sonic game.
and try
Yeah.
to let it
Yeah,
exist
That's
that way.
about what it sounds like.
Four-part harmony. Cool. No, I'm actually here for that. Y'all should really do that.
Or like a Kirby game or a Klonoa game.
Ooh, Kirby's a good descriptor. Yeah.
Can I admit something? I'm sorry for really derailing this.
Oh, no.
I've never played a mainstream Kirby game,
No!
and for that matter,
No!
the Kirby game I've ever
And we both
played.
came off the island.
you just like see my like feed cut, you know, like
Beep. We're so sorry about that, folks.
y'all get a report tomorrow that I have literally gone missing, you know.
It's fine.
We should make a fake clip of that happening, and then you can kind of slice it into the YouTube.
to the
we'll
real.
look for the VOD.
Like, we all were
Amazing.
shocked for like half a second when it disappeared.
And you just see like the shadow of Kirby behind me for half a second before I just disappear. Yeah. I've only played Kirby's Avalanche, which is a Tetris clone.
But that's great. That's a great game on the Super Nintendo.
liked it.
It was a
Yeah,
wonderful
yeah.
game, and it's part of the Kirby franchise. So you have.
It
We're gonna say
counts.
you have.
Okay.
It
Awesome.
counts. It counts, right, Twitch? It counts. They agree. They've spoken.
Good. I've been vindicated. Thank you.
Yeah, you're good. Kirby's Avalanche, and I don't know a lot of people that reference that game, so mad respect for shouting that game out. I love that game. That was,
I just do.
and it's on the Switch
I
emulator
don't know if
now.
I've even heard of it.
Yeah, the Nintendo Online that you can get the old Super Nintendo games on.
It's
It's there. It's on there.
It's basically like a precursor. It's like a riff on Tetris and a precursor to Candy Crush or something like that.
Yep.
And yeah, so, and it's Kirby themed. It was actually it was a completely different game, I believe, in its country of origin, which I can't remember at the moment. But,
Yeah, it's like
but they
Pokemon
reskinned it for
Puzzle
the
League.
American release. Yeah.
To be
Pokemon
honest, I
Puzzle League was
despise that
Tetris
game
Attack.
with every ounce of me.
Yeah, because
Which
it's not
one?
It's
an
hard.
evil game.
Because it's hard.
Yeah.
The Kirby one?
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, we went to the video store. I rented that game thinking it was going to be a cool new Kirby adventure style game.
And they were playing
And
like
I
a
get
freaking puzzle
home,
game.
And I was like, what is this nonsense? And then true story, I take it back to the video store. My mom, who just for some reason had an angel's patience with me, drives me back to the video store. I return it and I swap it out for a new adventure game that I'm super excited about because I hadn't heard of it. Dr. Mario.
Oh yes.
Wow.
I love Dr. Mario too.
Wow. You're
childhood
like,
trauma.
why is everything Tetris?
I was like, this is not it was now that I'm an adult, I think it's really funny, but at the time I was so angry.
Just
That was
broken.
wild.
Just broken. Oh, because it's also a game like. Is it also a game like that?
Yeah,
I've never,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
never played Doctor. I've heard of it. I've never played. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like Tetris.
It's like Tetris, yeah.
That's
Oh no.
You're like-
hilarious.
You're like, forget it. I'm renting Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. This'll be
That's
Oh,
incredible.
Kept going. Devastating.
Are you trying to use Dobby to change our minds on dogs?
Yeah, after seeing any, I look back and I'm like, everyone's gonna think that I'm just a ravenous dog eater.
Dog
now. I
hungry.
don't think I could do it.
I will probably never eat a dog in my entire
He
life.
is
No,
he's
I feel bad
Twitch.
looking into his cute, adorable eyes.
Twitch, he's actively private messaging all of us desperately looking for a dog. So don't
Can I get some of that rare,
Messages are
crispy
blowing
dog?
up.
Yeah.
Does
We talked
anyone
about
know where
dogs,
climate
and we-
changer lives?
We talked about dogs and double downs, and I have some ideas.
Oh no.
We're gonna make double dogs.
Yeah, just blood from off screen.
It's like, do you have a wood chipper?
Yeah. Right.
You just-
Like an automatic potpourri machine?
Well,
or...
You heard it on this stream first that our stomachs are really growling.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah,
And then PU2's feed also cuts. We're just slowly dying out.
It's one too many. One too many transgressions. All right, guys, roll your initiatives. Get up on the board. Make sure to touch your character sheet, your character token. When you do that,
Yeah.
I'm ready to throw some spells at you guys.
Well, we're
Aren't
gonna
we,
take
like-
one.
Doing poorly?
Very.
That's why he waited so to
We
attack
got a
you.
high intelligence, right?
What a cheater.
Oh, me? Sorry. I clicked the initiative button, but it's saying...
No,
you
I
want-
was saying the villain's a cheater because he waited for the thing to weaken us before he showed up.
Oh, that's
He did.
true. Yeah. He really just, let the monster do all the hard work.
Yeah, he sucks.
I'm just...
Whoever's
honestly,
controlling him is a jerk.
Again, meta talking for a sec. I'm kind of surprised at how polite all these people have been. They're just all you have to do is leave. And we're like, hell no.
You literally showed up
Right there.
in their home, and they're like, "Go," and you're like, "No, I'm gonna
Like-
kill you."
Like, a handsome guy told me vaguely that there might be something here.
We are committed to the
I
treasure
think
in
I'm
this place.
promised money. I honestly don't know my goals or my rewards, but I'm gonna shoot you anyway.
I'm just happy. I'm just excited to see this place and take whatever I can out of it.
You're just excited to be warm because if you remember
Yeah, it
15
was so
sessions
cold.
ago,
Yeah.
we were somewhere cold.
It was so cold.
And speaking of, you start to see from the hands of Rise the Mage, the magic energy that he's channeling is starting to take a frosty disposition. You can start to see ice crystals form on the back side of his hands. He's holding them up like this. and you can start to see that some of the energy crackling off of his hands looks like snow and ice as he's starting to cast his first spell, which is Cone of Cold. He will be doing a 60-foot cone, and everybody within that cone has to make a Constitution saving throw.
I die.
So, let's measure that out. 60 feet would also include, it would literally include the whole party. As he casts it in a line, Nash, that's Indy as well, and everybody hit straight in front of him 60 feet in a cone con save. Okay. So give me those con save, folks.
I think Indy's dead either way if it's for half damage.
It is for half damage.
No.
So you have to
Hey.
Andy,
roll some
no.
damage on it.
Yeah, I'm working on that now.
Yeah.
I love the cold.
It's
Was that
cone!
a ref-
It's cold!
Was that
The
was that
game calls me Iceman.
I'll roll for Indy just for a laugh.
It might be RIP Indy, folks.
Might be alright.
So
A
soon.
lot of people.
Yeah, right. Not just Indy.
Alright, that is 8d8. My gosh, half as much damage as a success. A creature killed by the spell becomes frozen statue until it thaws.
Okay.
So, frozen and dead, or like I thaw out, everything's fine.
Nope. Frozen and dead.
No, it's too bad. I learned about it today.
Wow.
Woo!
Okay.
Okay,
Oof.
say...
Hey.
So me and Indy are both down.
Hang on one second. Wait, it doesn't say the save on that, though. It just says con save throw. But it doesn't
You
give
should
me a
have-
threshold
You should
on
have
that.
a DC on your character, right?
I would think so.
It should be on his monster sheet. If you go down to his
I'll just
spell
look it
section,
up.
he doesn't have a DC. Posted.
Spell save. I've got a spell save DC.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Spell save DC 14 plus 6 to hit with special attacks. So it would be a 14 to succeed.
Right.
So Climate succeeds. Nash succeed. Sorry,
Yeah, I failed.
you failed.
Andy succeeded.
And Alex saves. And Ledbet, Gregor does not save, and Nash and Indy do not. So you guys that didn't
Well, Andy
save,
saved, but he died.
okay.
Oh.
You guys that didn't save. So Gregor, you take that full 37 damage.
Okay. I'm very close to death.
6, you take half of that damage. Trundle takes... How much do you take, Trundle? You take the full, or you take half? Did you pass? You take half.
I passed, and I have cold resistance.
Woo! Look at you. You like the cold. And that is his turn. So, Nash, you're down. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, you're down.
I'm also down because I had no help.
Okay, you two are down. India's
Even with
down.
all that resistance.
Yeah, I only had 10 health left.
Okay. Everybody give me perception checks real quick as you're watching and witnessing this event. You're trying to dodge, get out of the way of this blast, and you notice something when in the commotion of what's happening. Gregor, you kind of can't tell. There's too much going on when the cold blast hits. Alex, you too much busyness. He shot some cold stuff out of his hands. Same thing for you, Climate.
Oh, us people who are dead are also perceiving
Yeah, go ahead and
from beyond the grave.
from beyond the grave, right?
Yeah,
Give me a roll, kind of, and we'll like
My eyes
as
are
you're going
closed.
down. Okay, Nash. You notice that when you get hit with this cold blast of cold that knocks you out, it knocks you out, not down. It knocks you out. No death saves, no death. You're just out cold. The attack wasn't meant to be lethal in any way. You feel you just lose consciousness, but you're not inching close to death. And Indy's monster brain kind of realizes that too.
It's monster brain. Here, there's a nice cold symbol. I'll do that.
Okay. And did you give me one, Trundle?
Frozen.
A perception?
Yeah, just give me one. Like as you were going down, we're kind of
Yeah, he
playing
did
that up.
I
It was
got
9.
it.
Okay, yeah, you didn't really notice, but it is now Six's turn.
This is sleep. I'm a gold boy. Rock and roll, baby.
You there, Alex? You're up, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been talking for like a minute. I just realized I was on mute.
Oh no!
Sorry.
No worries.
So during one of the first sessions, we got a berry. I seem to recall
A good berry, right?
Yeah.
a good berry. I'm gonna go ahead and eat that. What exactly does that do?
Gives you 1 hit point per good berry.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna just bump that up one, and now I'm feeling real confident.
It also takes your full action, so.
I hate it here.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You might want to
You might want
I'm
to
not
rethink
gonna
that.
eat it.
do
I'm not gonna
something
eat it.
else.
It's a very
I-
tough berry.
It's
It's a lot of chewing.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
My teeth are designed for hay. I
You
think
gotta
I cut
peel
through a
it. It's
berry.
like an orange.
Yeah.
Like,
This is inconvenient for all the work.
Truly, for that
I'm-
one hit
I'm gonna-
point.
I'm
it's
gonna
like
try
a
and get as
pomegranate.
far
You're
away
like,
from this
dang
thing.
it, this is not the easiest thing to eat.
It's for some reason has a poisonous pit.
Yes.
If I eat this, I'll die. All right, I'm literally gonna use my action to just like run away. I want to get as far away from this thing as I can.
So you're gonna do
So,
movement and an action to dash, just completely.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Beeline
get
out.
Skedaddle.
All right.
at least where I can see it, but I don't want to be anywhere near it. So maybe I've got a better shot at being outside of its range. Although probably not.
So you can actually go to the. You can go close to the hallway, I think. Let me look here. You were here. Yeah, you can get to the intersection of K and C hallway if you would like with a dash action.
Yeah, I'll do that because I can
Alright.
I still have a line of sight technically, right?
Yes, technically.
Okay. Yeah, that's for sure where I want to be.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do.
Okay, 1 second. Just trying to expand out the map a little bit so the viewers can see your cowardice. Get it, cowardice? I'm just kidding. We will now go.
Paradise.
We'll go to Gregor. Gregor, it is your turn,
Yes.
my friend.
Ugh. Well, I am slumped, over and trying
Okay.
to pick myself back up after being blasted.
Give me a wisdom save, please, though. You start to
Sure,
feel
oh, sure.
an ominous voice coming into your mind. It's a familiar voice. You've fought it off often, but it is trying to commune with you. It's not enough to save off this voice. It is very intensely trying to communicate with you. And you just hear that all too familiar voice from beyond say, "Kill this man."
Wow.
I cannot recommend running enough. 10 would recommend.
I'm just at a loss for words. Gregor is struggling to remain conscious. And now, of all times, this thing is gonna come and demand me to kill this thing I'm clearly way out, like, powered by. So,
Do you wish to respond back to it, or what are you thinking?
I just say, you're out of your mind. Like, it's impossible.
Okay. Folks at home, we've kind of been wondering what the creature is that's trying to commune with Gregor from beyond. So I think what better timing than a on-the-line battle where we're close to death and the party's in their desperate hour for us to have this entity reveal its hand a little bit. What do you say? What do you say? Let's get some talk in the chat. Let's get some chalk. Is it face reveal time for the mysterious beast? Face reveal? Reveal?
It's
Real.
Reveal?
My
Monster?
personal theory is that it's Trundle.
Okay.
Trundle has been his patron.
All right. The beast comments back. You talk to you're like, are you crazy or whatever? And it does not like that. You can tell the blade that you hold, that you use often in battle, is sort of like fighting. It's beaming back negative energy into you. It's almost like it's messing with your nervous systems. You feel like this like pulse coming from the hilt of the blade that runs and ripples through you. And the voice gets louder in your head. Now, in your head, mind you. Everybody else, you don't see what's going on. Just something's happening to Gregor. Gregor! Mordekaiser needs this beast, this man dead. Join. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I just say, fine. Do your worst, and I kind of just like relent control of my body to Mordekaiser.
Okay, so you kind of submit to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mordekaiser, as if you know your League of Legends lore, is a League of Legends character. As you sort of give over control to Mordekaiser, I'm trying to look at I had a note on the lore here of something he was going to say.
Big crazy guy covered in armor.
Yeah. He's, Hey, let's get a little plug for our Discord. You guys want to put in Mordekaiser stuff in the Discord while I'm trying to figure out what this one thing was I was going to say?
Let's see.
If you're following our Discord, folks, you can see what Mordekaiser looks like.
I think this is the most up-to-date picture I could find of him.
I have a feeling it's not up to date.
Oh, excuse me, you didn't say BMO, the bee skin for chemo?
There's a lot of like dark, deep-seated, energy within that cute little, visage.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Visage
that's the energy.
is a character from Dota 2.
Oh yeah. That's the.
I didn't know Mordekaiser was in Fortnite.
No, yeah, still evil though. I mean, very, what's the word when you can good at dancing?
So,
When you're
very coordinated.
There you
very
go.
coordinated, but still very evil.
Very well. The voice chimes in. Very
That
well.
is a hard word to think of.
Yeah. Very well, Gregor. And you feel kind of this energy from beyond sort of start to influence your body and your actions. We will earn a seat at God's table in the glorious Hall of Bones. And you go to do your attack. against. You'll need to take a step towards. You'll need to move your character token towards the Archmage Rise and do your attack. But he is going to influence you greatly to just attack the best you can. So whatever you have, if it's you were doing a lot of magic mist or whatever, basically you get an overt feeling to damage this being as much as you can in your one turn. You're going for the gut punch.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm trying to like decide whether or not I want to use magic or just like start just slashing like crazy.
Follow your heart.
Yeah. I think I am gonna just fire off an agonizing blast just to see if I can even do any surface damage whatsoever. I feel like Rise seems like the kind of powerful being that isn't. I mean, now granted, my sickle is possessed, so like it is also not a normal weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, he probably only has like 10 hit points. I say go.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's an AP carry.
I'll just, I think I'm still I'm gonna do the Eldritch Blast.
I don't know. He looks like a top champion.
So, anyways, let's start blasting.
Yes.
All right, let's see them hits, them attacks.
I thought I pressed the button, but I did not press the button.
Oh, I can save it.
You can charismafy your blasts, which is kind of how I feel about this music. It's charismafied blasts.
Remind me again which of the buttons I have to press?
I think I just labeled it EB on your action.
Oh, that's right.
Panel.
Yes. And that already.
Hello. That's the
That'll already
hit.
include your extra damage.
Cool.
Roll that damage.
The D8, yeah.
That's a huge hit.
That's a big hit.
The opposing Pokemon are completely different types. No, if you click on the word EB,
spell.
it'll auto roll it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it will. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, just click where it says EB on your attack roll, and it'll auto roll the damage for you.
Did I not?
No, like in chat.
You see where it says EB parentheses plus 6 in parentheses? You click on that
in chat,
EB.
not on your character sheet.
But you get to attacks with that anyway. Alright, 10?
That's it. Yep.
Okay. I'll go ahead. No, you're good. I'll go ahead and tell you with that hit, that force damage, you hit him with one Eldritch Blast. He recoils hard from that.
Sweet.
It's kind of like when you're going, when you think you're going up boxing with somebody and you just throw a simple punch and it goes and hurts them a little too much. That's kind of what you experienced with that.
Sweet.
So you can tell he's more of a scholar, less of a brawler.
Okay.
I can relate. I'm a reader, not a fighter. I don't know how to...
Sure, yeah, me too.
I'm a gamer, not a fighter. There we go. That's what I can say. Okay,
Is it possible
so...
to be neither? Not smart wars.
Right.
There you go. Do you want to do another? Don't you get 2? You get 2 if you want.
Yeah,
so you could
I'll
use
do
that second one
I'll
if
use
you
the
want.
second one.
That's also a hit, and you do 4. Okay. All right, definitely takes the wind out of him. Those 2 blasts, he's looking already pretty beaten up.
Awesome.
So you notice that. Everybody else is kind of distracted. 6 is all the way back in the hallway like, what? And then you got...
I can still see, and I can still hear you, and I still have the ult. So...
It's alright.
I'd run again, I don't care.
You're feeling bovine.
Oh.
But,
The running of the bulls, am I right?
ah!
I'm gonna How do you mute other people?
He hoofed it.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like the like energizing fury of success running through my bones. I think that's the end of my turn.
Nice. All right. Radical Nash. It would be a death save for you right now, but that you were just unconscious. It was non-lethal ending damage, so you were just knocked out. Trundle, you're down as well, so the same for you. It is now Rise's turn. So he will now go. What is he going to do? He's starting to get kind of annoyed. He's taking a little bit more damage than he likes.
Music's like too upbeat almost. It's like everything will be fine. It's gonna be alright.
Yeah, it's making me feel hopeful in a hopeless situation. I've been inspired vertically. So, does that mean my
It's like
character can come back?
Hamtaro.
Do it now?
No,
We're just talking about the music.
Hamtaro? Did you just say Hamtaro?
Yeah.
That's
what he kinda
that
reminds
show forever. Yeah, kinda.
hope he doesn't blink away.
Alright, he's going to do Mage Armor. So he's just going to cast one spell, which is Mage Armor, and call it a day. So you guys see a magical armor envelop him. It kind of, if you played League of Legends, it looks like the barrier spell a little bit. It's just this like orb of magic that kind of surrounds him, and he goes warrant. And you see him buff himself, and it is now Six's turn.
6, all the way back from the hallway, is still here to fight. Rest assured. So, liking the fact, would we are well? No, you said everyone was kind of distracted, so we wouldn't necessarily know it's already beaten up. But I did know that. I would like to see it. So I think the only long range weapon that I have is a blowgun. So I think that's gonna have to be my go-to. I really didn't think this through all the way. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm gonna try and hit it with my blowgun.
Bull in a china shop. Yeah.
Oh, probably because I'm all the way down the hallway, but I don't think that hit.
No. Sorry, buddy. You can move if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back into the room, gathering my courage a bit. So I'll hit him next time.
Nice.
Or do I get? Hold on. Do I get 2 actions? Do I have a move? No, I don't. Never mind. Okay. Nope, that's all I can do.
You don't have action surge, but that's another attack, so no.
Yeah. No. Okay. I think that's all I can do. So I'm gonna get him next time with that blowgun. I'm also gonna nervous to eat a few handfuls of hay.
As one does.
As you do.
When scared. I mean, that's a go-to.
Me, just like swallowing blades of grass when I'm nervous. Like a dog trying to make itself throw up.
I think we've talked enough about dogs.
That's true.
No, we haven't. Keep it rolling.
Let's just explore the entire spectrum of being a dog.
The entire thing.
The entirety of it.
Keep the canine train going.
Oh,
All right.
the canine train. Yes.
That's it. Gregor, it's your turn, my man.
Oh, I am so full of fury and confidence. I haven't felt so great about my life since I left that Starbucks back in the city.
Nice.
I am.
Did you have the Mordekaiser Mocha?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, and it was a venti. Or whatever the secret 4th level is, that's basically a bucket. You know?
Yeah. Basically a bucket.
Yeah. Or like a Trenta. That's probably not a real thing. I swear it exists, though. I swear I've heard somebody tell me it's like something that starts with a T.
What's that movie where is it?
Like 3 cup.
Yeah. It's
Is
another fake Italian word that sounds scary. Yeah.
Is it Matthew McConaughey or I forget who it is, but somebody gets in an argument
Like a
about venti.
candelabra, but it's cup. There's 3 of them.
It's just huge. Yes. What was the movie you were talking about?
Something about that's the venti. It's called venti because it's 20 ounces or whatever. They get in an argument at the coffee shop about what's called venti. What is that movie?
Okay.
I don't know. I'll think of it later.
I don't remember. I vaguely have a memory of that.
Isn't it I Love You Man or something? It's
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Paul
okay.
Rudd. That's right. Nice. I Love You Man. Sponsored by I Love You Man. Check it out.
Sponsored by a 10-year-old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We love
Which
the
you can now
old
buy.
shout outs.
You can now buy on DVD and VHS at a local Target.
Check out your local Blockbuster.
Check out the local bargain bin at Walmart. You know that giant tub where they just hurl DVDs.
Just dump them all in, yeah.
Just all the way to
Put
the
them
bottom.
all in there.
Go
There were
steal
some
it from a
gold
Hollywood video.
nuggets in there.
Yeah.
I miss those Walmart bins.
All right, Gregor.
Sorry.
You're good.
I am going to. So I have this ability that allows me to do Eldritch invocations. Are these invocations the things listed in my like spells list, like the Unseen Servant, Mirror Image, that kind of thing?
So your invocations are like your agonizing blast. They're usually like special things. They're not often spells. They are sometimes spells.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You know, some of them will like give you dark vision or let you cast mage armor.
Sweet. So the Eldritch Blast is one of those.
The agonizing blast, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. That makes sense.
Should have 2 or 3 of them. I'm not sure. By level 5, you have some.
No, if there's a few. I was looking at possibly casting Mirror Image to see if I can like confuse.
That's a good one. That's good stuff.
It says that the casting time is 1 action, so does it happen on my second action or my next turn after the action?
No, it'll happen immediately after you.
Sweet. Oh, okay. Right. In that case, yeah, I was staring Ryze down, and I'm thinking, if I'm going to take this guy out, I need a little bit of trickery. So I summon 2 images of myself. I burn with like a hot energy of Mordekaiser's possession of me.
You use double team.
Basically.
Yeah.
What is that from?
That's from
Pokemon. Double team.
Oh, literally double team. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, is he talking about Pokemon or am I just embarrassing myself? Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Nice.
The most annoying move in the game.
All right,
Man, it's been so long.
Can you put that in chat? I don't know the parameters of
Yes, absolutely.
mirror image actually.
I keep.
There you go.
I have to be honest. When I was
Keep your
an avid
eye longer.
Pokemon gamer, anything that was status based didn't interest me because I was very like visually, like positively driven. So unless the HP bar was dropping, I never assigned those powers to
Oh
anybody.
yeah. Well, I
Or
think that's
use
the
them.
way to play through the main story. Like, it's not really practical to like set up and like try to.
Yeah.
But if you faced an enemy that had double team, it made all your attacks miss. So like just sit there and just keep missing. You're like, well, one day I'll hit this guy.
Sure.
Maybe.
Mainly audio. Not even the audio.
You did 2 duplicates, right? How many duplicates of yourself did you do?
I see what you're asking. I think I read that as 2, but if I'm only supposed to make 1, or if I only can make 1, then that's.
What's the limit of making duplicates?
I think you
PSM?
start with 3 and then they can get destroyed.
It's like magical hats from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have 3 others. 3 other Gregors appears, basically. Gotcha.
Yeah, Ollie always uses this one in my camp. Makes it so hard to hit.
Oh, interesting. Okay, this is gonna get good, folks. So you guys see, really only it's 6 that's watching. Everybody else is kind of knocked out. You got 6. You see Gregor create like 3 other Gregors, and there's now 4 Gregors.
That's too many Gregors.
Yeah,
There's no such thing.
it's impossible. Nash, you're still sleeping. Trundle, you're still sleeping. It's back to Rise's turn. Rise is a little freaked out. There's a lot of Gregors here. He's very confused and frustrated. His battle already is taking a lot longer than he would like. He is not used to getting in these full-out confrontations. He is wanting to end this.
I have a second action, right?
You casted a spell, and so unless you have a bonus action, no.
Okay, cool. That's right. I had forgotten that.
Let's see. Oh. Climate. Are you back? Oh, he left. I see him on the vid, I just don't. He popped out of her chat for a minute. Alright, he's going to cast Magic Missile as a kind of a way to spray out the duplicates. So I'm going to put that in chat. He gets these 3 glowing orbs kind of turn into missiles, and he sends them at the Gregors. I believe, even though he picks the targets, the way that the language is wrote on your duplicates, you still get to roll to determine which ones they hit. Am I interpreting that correctly, PS Zombie?
Yeah, that seems right. It would just bypass the AC, but you still roll to see if it hits the duplicates or him. So, Lead Bet, you're going to roll a d20.
So that is the Magic Missile. Climate, you okay? We lost you for a second.
Yeah, it started to kick me off.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why.
You're not fading in and out of death, though, so you should be able to still be with us. Imagine if you went down and I was like, nope, get off the voice chat. Oh, that'd be intense. Go away.
Oh, no.
You're no longer among the living. Go ahead.
I don't want to be. I was supposed to roll a d20, right?
I think they just hit because it says whenever a creature targets you with an attack. Magic missile is not an attack because it doesn't have an attack roll.
Okay.
So I think it just bypasses
the effect of duplicates, but he can't disseminate which duplicate is which. So while Gregor, you can't arrange your images so that you don't take any damage. It's just literally like Magical Hats Yu-Gi-Oh, where he picks a hat and he shoots it. So I'm gonna roll a D4, and for each shot, I'm gonna roll 3 D4s, and if I roll up any 4s, those are the ones that are gonna be targeted to you.
Okay. Cool.
So that's okay. Oh wow. Okay. So he picks all the other Gregors that are not you. And so they each take 2 damage. Just now, do they dissipate when they take damage, or they just take the damage?
They're gone. If they take 1 hit, they're dead.
Okay, so he's able to clear out your mirror images with his magic missile, but he burns the turn in doing so. All right, it is now Six's turn. I need to make sure I'm keeping up with his spell slots. I don't play a lot of magic users in D&D, so I just always have to discipline myself on the spell slot usage. So one moment, make sure I get that taken care of. Go ahead, Alex. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna try this blowgun again. Oh, with all that junk inside your trunk.
That's right. Yeah. You don't want to just rush him and try to.
No, because
slice and dice.
Yeah. You know what? That feels better.
You know it does.
I'm just gonna try to cut him up. I'm just gonna try to run it. At this point, I've got not that many hit points left, so what's to lose?
Yeah, what's stopping you?
All right, and then I'll pull out that trusty old greatsword. I think I've done a total of like 3 damage with this thing the entire game.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's gonna be more than 3 damage. Hopefully, you get through. You were able to get through the magical barrier.
Nice.
Dang, man, dang.
Nice.
All right.
Woo.
Redeemed.
That's
That's a
some,
great sword.
That's like some damage.
I bet that's why they call it.
I bet that's what they call it. It is a great sword. All right, you guys watch Six run up, take his great sword, go through the magic armor barrier that is being held up, and really hits Rise hard. He is bleeding a lot now. He's holding his side where he has several wounds and cuts from that attack. He's not looking healthy. He looks pretty close to death. Okay, what do you want to get another crack at him?
Yeah, I'll give it a
6.
shot. See if we can do that again.
Okay.
Yeah, let me...
Yeah.
Eat more
Let's try-
chicken.
I mean, there's, Yeah. I want to double down. Alright, so we're gonna... this guy again.
Sponsored by Double Down.
Ooh. Alright.
Alex, how do you want to finish this guy?
Hey.
Wow.
Oh,
Doing
man.
some killing.
I wasn't
Wolverine.
ready for this. I was not ready for this. I'm gonna lift the sword above my head, and out of my little like minotaur sleeves are gonna fall little pieces of hay down by my face just to paint the image of this. It's like hay falling, I'm sweating, I'm bleeding. I just say, I'm no coward, and I finish it by driving the sword into it.
Nice.
I feel redeemed.
And with his life also ends the music of the boss fight. And he has done the final blow. The life drains out of Rise. He breathes his last breath. Magical energy that it was pulsating from him dies off. And
Now, I feel like a home invader all of a sudden, actually. This is,
Yeah.
this isn't as glorious a kill as some of them have been in the past.
Not until
No kill.
not until you
Wouldn't kill the
Super proud
civilian.
of what we're doing here.
Yeah, suddenly I'm feeling something that feels like shame. I don't.
Yeah.
It isn't until you kill the homeowner and when you start to feel all the grief. The little peasant mage you killed at the beginning of the match. Not a big deal.
It's just, it took a while for it to sort of like settle
land.
in. And now
Yeah.
that I've hacked apart one of them with a sword, I'm like, maybe I should take stock. Maybe
Trundle's sad.
He might be the bad guys.
And the police are outside, like, uh-oh.
That's
all right. Well, now I feel terrible, but it's done.
It is done.
And I do it again.
Now we have to pay for our crimes.
I kind of want to go kill more people.
He goes on a warpath. All right, the battle's over. We're out of initiative order. Gregor is still up. So is 6. But you see, Indy is completely dead. And Nash and Trundle are unconscious and covered in a lot of frost. What do you all choose to do?
I mean, if we leave them there, it's more money for us.
That's
Hey,
kind of true,
Yeah.
honestly. You know.
Like, they didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
I mean, I feel like I'm still struggling under the, the weight of being possessed by a godlike being. Like I'm kind of perceiving the world through like heat goggles or something. Like nothing needs to be dead or dying, and so I just I'm kind of like almost blinded by the banality of being after combat, if that makes any sense.
You are so much that I need you to do a perception check, Gregor. Give me a perception check. Mordekaiser's presence has sort of backed off after Rise went down.
Okay, cool.
But as it's sort of retreating into the far reaches of your mind, it whispers that upon its retreat to find the artifact is what it tells you.
Ooh,
In
okay.
a demented, creepy whisper as you sort of get your normal functions back. But kind of like you described, you're still kind of white hot coming off of that possession. Because Mordekaiser, for you guys who are fans of the lore, is somebody that kind of operates from the realm of the undead, or from he kind of operates through avatars in the current life in Runeterra, and he's kind of off into like a version of hell. So he's definitely got some powerful presence about him, and it's not natural. So like for him to take you over almost sort of zombifies you literally, because you're becoming infected with a presence that's not of this world, if that makes sense. So it's a weird feeling for you to kind of process.
Yeah, almost like the blood is running back, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just kind of look around. I'd like to. How would I check to see if the artifact is in this room?
You can give me an investigation check. Your perception check was pretty weak, so you know it's around. Like Mordekaiser's presence when it left seems to think something's close, but you got no real direction. You know you're in the library. Your perception check tells you that it's probably somewhere in the library. It's probably somewhere on some of these dead bodies laying around. Okay. Where are you choosing to start your investigation?
I would like to search the corpse of Rise and see what is on his person.
Okay. You start rustling through his attire. You start to feel real bad because it's some really nice like clothes he's wearing, like real good cashmere and wizard robes.
Pictures of his family.
Pictures of his family, letters from his kids, little drawings they did for him.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding about that part.
He's wearing like the coat is like hand stitched by like it's like generational clothing that gets passed down.
Oh, it's this note on his wallet. It says, "We love you, Daddy." That's fantastic.
Oh wow, there's a friendship bracelet wrapped around the letter. That's great.
Dad, we're so glad you're
There's
not
a receipt
dead.
from Goodwill and like Doctors Without Borders, like just tucked in the pocket. You're like, oh no.
I'd still do it again.
Did you just say, "We're so glad you're not dead, Dad"?
Yeah.
Thrilled to see you alive later.
Dude, we hope you don't get passed
Can't
to
wait
death by a
to-
minotaur.
Have that.
Folks at home, it's all good fun. Rise has no family, so it's fine.
See, like,
I'm glad it was pure delusion on his part. He just made up all
you
these
see a
kids.
card that says, "Congratulations on your first week cancer-free." You're like,
yeah.
"Be cancer just die."
Oh, by us. The guys who just got together to come take over his house. Yeah.
We have no reason to be here.
Oh. Yeah, so I'm...
Here's what I say you do.
Turns out this is just a big orphanage, and we've gone in.
Good.
He was the headmaster.
I say you go find the divination book from the bookshelf.
Yeah.
And you use it to cast the spell Find Object.
Oh.
And you just find what we need.
I...
Then we
Brilliant.
skedaddle.
Well,
Okay.
he did find something, P.S. Zombie. I was just pulling up the description. So you find two
Covered.
things. Yeah, you find two things on Rise. The first is an amulet of recall. You don't even have to do a... well, no, give me an arcane check on that one. That one you wouldn't necessarily know. The other one is very important, and you can tell that this is sorta... that you can already tell by this artifact that this is the real reason why you were sent on this mission. And that is a artifact called the Artifact of Yile, which is a scroll of mysteries. So it's a scroll. It's got a lot of old arcane symbols and writings on it, and it's just pulsating with energy. You don't even have to do an arcane check or any sort of detect magic on this scroll. It draws the eye immediately. It looks like a very powerful artifact. And as soon as you discover it, the Mordekaiser alarm kind of goes off in your head. You get a tingle. You can tell that this is what Mordekaiser wants. You can sort of surmise. You look over your shoulder back at Trundle, who's just still laying on the ground, and you think about this mission and why you were commissioned to come up here, and you can put two and two together. You're a reasonably smart man that Jace wanted this thing. This is what Jace was really after. The amulet you got, that 12 will sort of do it. You can tell it is a wondrous item, and it requires some sort of attunement, but you don't know the name, but you remember seeing something similar on one of the Dragonborn mage that you guys killed when you first got to the cube. This seems to be the device that gets you in and out of the cube.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Is that something I discerned from the arcane check?
Yes. It'll need attunement, and this is the thing that gets you out of the cube.
Is attunement something I'd be familiar with doing, or is it something we needed?
Yes. It's you would just kind of speak magic words to it, and you guys, and that item then becomes in sync with you.
Active.
Yeah, active
Cool.
and resonating with your presence.
I look back at the group.
You just look at 6. The other 2 are still
6.
passed out.
Little
You guys are still trying to see if you need to cut these guys out of the equation or not.
Yeah. I just catch eyes with 6, and I say, "We have what we came for, and we can leave if we want."
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
Let's leave them.
I walk over to so they're like unconscious.
Yeah, they're not dead, and they're not close
they're
to dead.
unconscious?
They're just knocked out cold, literally, because they are also frosty.
I'm on ice.
All right. Well,
Again.
Would it be possible to steal whatever they have on their person as well?
I
What
mean,
his character would do, right?
I mean, yeah.
I like your style.
But it also seems
right.
a rather.
Can we just rob them while they're down?
You like start making your way over to Dash 2, and like you hear a crunch. You look down, it's just the corpse of Indy. Like you just like step over all the way to Dash. You're like, all right, well.
Wait, those teeth sell for a lot of money.
Yeah. Honestly,
I love how you guys are just goodwilling everything that has fallen.
Absolutely. I don't know. Well, okay. So let me just kind of ask, like, outside of the narrative, is that like too much of an asshole move?
No.
You can do whatever you want. This is about roleplay, bro. I've done my part. My dude just dead. You killed it.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right. Well, I have 10 gold. I've got a short sword, which is worth 10 gold. I've got, it's like a Bowie knife, but it's mechanically a short sword. I've got studded leather armor, which is worth 45 gold. And probably the pièce de resistance, I've got my gun, which is worth 150 gold.
Okay.
The rest of my stuff is all pretty, like, common, random things, so
I just grabbed
probably wouldn't be worth that much.
The gold and the gun.
Cool.
I don't really want to carry too much. Because it's going to be cold. Walking
It will be
home.
cold.
I don't,
So bougie it is thieving.
Yeah, I'm like, could I sell this stuff? Sure. And do I want to lug it all the way down the mountain? No.
Oh, I also have a harmonica. I don't know what that's worth.
Oh, I'll take that. That's fine.
Yes, I love it. Oh man, this is great.
Insignia of rank.
Do what?
Dice.
So wait, is Gregor? You're going through Dash's stuff.
Yeah.
6. Does that mean you're like going through Trundle's stuff?
No, I'm gonna rob Gregor. When he's done, I'm just gonna pull my sword out and kill him.
All right.
That's
all right. All right. So no one's doing anything to Trundle right now. 6. What are you doing while Gregor's leafing through Dash's stuff?
So I know he said we got what we came for. I still want to check out the room a little bit. I'm just very intrigued by the space. So would I do a perception check just to kind of get a sense of what's in there, what's around me?
Yes.
Perception check.
I'll put on some background cute music. Even with such a good roll, you don't see too much. The most important things was in this room are what was on Rise, those 2 items. You saw that you're still in the library, and that area that you passed that had a book representing each school of magic is still in this place. It's got a kind of a glass covering that's been smashed. If you remember, it got smashed, and I think only Nash was the one that took the book of what? What did you take?
I took Conjuration.
Conjuration. The other books are still in display, but in the broken display case of this library. And then the other thing is just random books, scrolls, a lot of which are not really that important. A lot of just basic magic books that won't teach you any spells, just kind of more about the lore of magic, and a little description and lore about this place, and that's kind of it.
Okay. There's nothing that really is like jumping out to me in the room that I need to investigate. I think I'm just gonna go up to Gregor and be like, we've got to get these guys up, and we gotta get out of here.
Okay. We do have. If we have to get them up, that's fine.
I won't tell them that you robbed them, but I don't think it's right for us to just leave.
Well, we're not dead, so we will presumably wake up eventually.
Oh, well then let's get out of here. They'll be fine.
Yeah, but we also, I think, have the only... Well, I guess there's more than one amulet. So as long as one of y'all can talk to the amulet and be like, hey, get us out of here. Right?
You
Possibly.
have a key out of here, period.
Yeah. Okay.
So...
Can we leave now? We'll come back and check on them later.
I mean, here's the
When we
reality.
die
Is
out.
yeah, yeah. When Gregor's not a cold, soulless person, even though he's very comfortable with doing. Yeah, he's a little cold, to be honest, but not not heartless. So I'm not willing to leave. I'm not willing to leave them there. So
Here's
I
what
guess.
you build a Rube Goldberg machine that will eventually drop the good berry into our mouth and revive us. But it'll take a long enough time that y'all can leave, and then we'll wake up later with a contraption there.
Yeah, like a candlestick that slowly drops the berry down. On the wax.
It hits several books that have been kind of canted to roll, back and forth. Actually, PU2, this is exactly what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you're able to sophisticatedly grab some candles that are burning.
You can use the books like dominoes.
Yeah. Yes.
And you kind of position the berry to roll down, and when the wax hits a certain level, the berry will roll down and right into a path, and you kind of leave Nash's mouth agape so that the berry can roll in there. You do the same thing with Trundle, but he's a troll, so it's kind of gross messing around with his mouth a little bit.
Sure.
It's probably smelly, right? It smells like fish. Climate change.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Ferment.
Fermented
it's just more
fish.
of that beer.
Yeah,
beer ale.
more of that fermented fish. And you set that up. So now what are you going to do?
Oh, we're going to get out of here.
All right, you and Six.
Sorry, I was muted again. Yeah, no, I think I'm very impressed with this engineering. It looks good to me. I think it'll work. And I'm just going to lean down next to them and leave a small pile of hay so that when they wake up, they have something to eat. It's not just a nasty berry. But yeah, then I say let's get out of here.
All right.
Okay, so you guys make your way out. They leave your stuff alone, Trindle. They didn't say they went through your stuff, so your stuff was untouched. You don't have to give up anything.
The wafting from Trundle's mouth was
too much. Yeah, so they didn't want to touch you. So Trundle, you've got all your gear. Nash, everything that you volunteered up from your character sheet, you no longer have. That is now in Gregor's possession. You guys make your way to the room. We're just gonna kind of cut scene it from here. That'll be kind of the end of play. But I've got a good cut scene I'm setting up. So I'm gonna pause the music here so I can kind of narrate, and I may play us out with a little ditty here at the end. So Six and Gregor, you guys are like, let's get out of here, and you kind of go with all your spoils. Make your way back to the original rune circle that you came into this cube on. It's not long before Gregor figures out the mechanics of the rune stones and the teleportation stone that he has. He activates the rune circle. You kind of slowly use your foot to push the dead body of the dragonborn you killed when you came in out of the rune circle so that you can transport out. And then you transport out. You come back to the big ornate building, the big sort of chapel spire that you came into originally to start your adventure, and you're in this big room. You start progressing out towards the frosted wasteland of the fjord together. You start on your journey back. Gregor, Six is sort of eyeing you, Gregor. You definitely want to take everything for yourself, right, Six? Alex?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
would your character kind of want to do this on the road, kind of like a bandits on the highway kind of a situation?
I think so. I mean, just
Okay.
to be as far away.
Okay, so Gregor's in his mind, like kind of plotting, and Gregor, actually give me a what is your passive perception? Lead bet.
So
Then,
what kind of perception?
it should be on your sheet. It's just called passive perception. It's, I think, on the left margin, kind of down in the middle. And then, Alex, could you give me a sort of a deception roll as you're trying to act normal?
Is this the right one? Or is that just regular perception?
It's just regular perception.
I don't
11, okay.
Yeah, so like, you see where your stats are on the left-hand side? If you just go straight down from your stats below the skill bar, there's a number and it says passive wisdom, and then in brackets perception. You don't click it; you just say what number it is.
Oh, it's 11.
Okay.
No, that was my deception.
Wow, meets it, beats
sorry,
it.
Sorry.
No, that's funny because meets it, beats it. So, Gregor, you get a sense that you're gonna get double crossed.
Cool.
So you're getting this sense that, and I'm gonna move the mic a little bit closer. For
Well,
the
if meets
Twitch
it
feed.
beats it, then the deception should be. The rolled number.
But it's just like.
Oh yeah, because it's an attack on. Okay. So you're right. You're right. Sorry, Sir. P.S. Zombie's exactly right. So, you don't really have a sense that something's going down, Gregor. But you hear you're kind of thinking, oh, I can share with Six. I could possibly do that. And the voice in the back of your head sort of chimes up amidst the loudness of your own thoughts. You know, we can't share it with him. And you both kind of look at each other suspiciously, and we cut away from you. We go back into the mage cube. It's pretty quiet. Two bodies laying on the floor of Trundle and Nash completely passed out. The hours tick on. Eventually, a couple hours in, there's some loud screams, some horrific horrors as a bunch of the other apprentices finally make their way into the library and realize, put two and two together, of what happened. And it's pretty gruesome. They put a lot of faith in Rise. A lot of the other apprentices are very torn up about this. They're crying, they're hysterical, all sorts of stuff. But Nash and Trundle, you're still sleeping away. Eventually the wax hits a certain level, the trap pops, and the Goodberry makes its way down a stack of books and rolls into each of your mouth. You each kind of get choked by it as it entered your breezeway, but it stirs you too. You start coming to. You both see the same thing. Look around the room. The library's a wreck. It was sort of messed up a lot from y'all's fight. You look over to where Rise was. He's still there. On the floor next to him is two tieflings that are completely in mourning and just all out of sorts. You see several of the other apprenticeships, some female, some male, all sort of standing in a circle around Rise. You cut close to where you are. Trundle, you look over to where Nash is. You sort of make eye contact with him. Nash, you immediately notice your stuff's gone. You sort of are probably pretty frantic and worried about that. You make eye contact with Trundle as well. Nash and Trundle, when you make eye contact with one another, you sort of continue to look around the room, and standing really, really close to you, sort of between the both of you, is a very fair, pale-skinned elf. Looks to be some sort of a high elf. But still an apprentice none the same. Looks fairly young for an elf, has white hair though. Think gives you real like Legolas, Lord of the Rings vibes. He turns around and sees you both and says, "Oh, you're awake. Well, I hope you're happy." And he kind of looks over to Rise. "I don't know how our order is going to go on now." And then he turns back after glancing over to Rise to the both of you and gives you very stern looks. Cuts between Trundle and cuts between Nash.
What madman would do this?
That's right, what madmen would. So,
I'm
I'm not hearing you, buddy. Climate, I'm not hearing you.
Hello?
There you go.
Why did they frame us like this? Anyway, we should probably go.
Give me a deception roll. Deception roll. Okay, he totally does not buy it. You can tell he's...
As he says that, the conjuration book I took just falls out of my jacket.
What's surprising to you, though, is even though he catches on to that lie, he definitely knows that you were involved in this. It doesn't upset him much. You can both kind of tell that. He said, "Well, the damage is done. I believe both of you had a part in what happened here, but more curiously, are you in the business for some revenge?" And that's where we'll end our episode.
No.
The party.
Ba ba ba!
Yes, let us fire the mage laser at our friends who stole our stuff.
I didn't steal your
I love
stuff. I just want to be very clear on that. I was going to steal from the guy who stole your stuff.
How could we possibly know that, though? I'm just gonna launch right in with the
So let's do a perception check really fast.
Yeah,
Can we
yeah,
do
yeah.
that?
So what you're saying is our
Jack,
next.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. And you're like, please do
Why
it.
is the hair on the back of my neck?
So basically, there's a Civil War like our version of Captain America Civil War
Yes.
is next.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Arcane League of Dungeons. That is our finale for this short series campaign. There's no more story in this module, but we've left it a little hook. So maybe we will expand on that hook. You'll have to see. But that was good because I was like, I had some notes from how the module kind of wants you to play things out. And usually there's not a good way to end these one-shots because it just kind of gives you this ending and it's like, there you go. So it was very great that you guys decided to do that at the end because then we could really tease that out to something fun. So
But betrayal
Yeah.
always works out for the better.
it
Yeah.
does. Yeah, there we go.
That's the way to go.
So
Really fun. That's really fun. Like I've never had the experience where the party gets kind of like it develops inner conflict like that.
mhm.
Fractured.
Yeah, that's a cool new dynamic for me.
Fractured for sure. So
I'll be like, would any of you mages happen to have a gun? I was like, I require.
I require. Yes. That's awesome.
that's great. Well, that has been Arcane League of Dungeons, folks. What a fun journey it's been. This crew is just absolutely great. They crack me up. It's a lot of fun to play with them. They've been good sports and players as well. So thank you all, Poochie crew, Ledbeck, Climate Change, Piasami, and Alex. Appreciate you guys so much. That is all we have for the story for this campaign. Now, what is in the future? We often do one-shots on this channel. I really like running those. They're very quick to pick up and run. You can get really fun and creative with our stories. So we will be doing more of those in the future. There is always still the unbeaten path out there that whenever PS Zombie feels like he wants to restart, no pressure, PS Zombie. I don't want you to think there's pressure here. But he will be restarting that sometimes on the road as well. We also cross our fingers that climate change will restart his campaign at some point. So we got a lot of irons in the fire down the road. So I don't want you to think that this is the end of our D&D. It's not. Next week we will have some stream. It will not be D&D focused. I'm still thinking about what I want to do, but I will probably be reaching out to one of the guys here on the call to coordinate something fun for next week. So come back on Monday. Wednesday night's not typically our night, but come back on Monday night, 8 o'clock for our fun stream and more banter. So that has been it for this Arcane League of Dungeons and this stream. So thank you all. Please check out YouTube and Twitch for our old videos if this is your first exposure to it. But thank you all for the support, and I hope everybody has a great night. Goodbye.